And Tom Hawkins is with us down on the farm. G'day, Tom.
How are you guys?
Hey, where are you in the kids' room, Harry? What's that behind you?
Yeah, I'm at a restaurant at the moment. I have an appearance for the club, so I've just ducked off into the back office, and the restaurant's helped me out, and we found some space.
Don't lie, you've got ribbons in your bedroom, haven't you?
Yeah. No.
Harry, the thrill of winning the close one, having endured what you have in recent weeks, what was the emotions like?
Oh yeah, it was an incredible feeling. I'm so proud of the boys. Just the last 5 weeks, we've really turned it around, and after a rough start to the year, after obviously having no wins, it's been great to play some better football and get some recognition from the outside footy world now. And although we didn't have the wins in the first half of the year, like, we were working so hard, and we still had the belief that it was going to turn around, and fortunately it started to.
Talk about yours this season. You started in the back flank. The Kangas weren't doing much. You were playing really, really good footy. You went into the midfield. First couple of weeks, you were not bad, but weren't great. In the last 6, 7, 8 weeks, Harry, your footy's just come together so powerfully. Describe how happy you've been with your season.
Yeah, I am happy. I've really enjoyed the move into the midfield and a bit up forward as well. Still spending a little bit of time at halfback in different circumstances, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Being able to use my creativity to impact a bit higher up the ground, and the club have been so good at helping me develop like players like Jai Simkin and Luke Davies-Uniacke, who have been around for a while and in that midfield. And I feel like I'm really growing in there each week alongside a lot of other young players, and yeah, really enjoying my football at the moment.
Now that you are involved in tight games, Harry, are you running the simulations at training? Do you feel like you're getting better at the tight finish, or is it all still a bit in the lap of the gods when it gets crazy?
No, we're definitely starting to practice it a bit more. After that West Coast game and then the Collingwood game the week after, where we were in scenarios for the first time for the year, we kind of realised that we hadn't done too much work on it because it hadn't been a priority. But yeah, we've done that a lot in the last few weeks. We reviewed the scenario against the Suns again today. And yeah, I think we're definitely growing in that space, and hopefully are in more games. Hopefully we're up by a bit more going forward, but it's definitely a good situation to be in, and we're growing in that for sure.
Tommy, 2.5 weeks since you had your ankle injury. How's it tracking? And how sort of complicated was it when you were first told the diagnosis?
Yeah, look, it's tracking really well. Thanks for asking. It's slow and steady. I'm making really good progress at the moment. I've just started doing some footwork drilling stuff at the footy club. This is very much going to be taken, moment by moment, depending on the symptoms that I have at any given time. Particularly being such a big, heavy player that I am, that I rely on my power. I'm going to make sure I need to be symptom-free. So it's tracking well, and we're really positive on the outlook over the next couple of weeks.
Give us clarity on exactly the injury.
Yeah, sorry. So it's a midfoot sprain, but more specifically to the Liz Frank area. Now, it became really complicated because, when you've been in the system for a while, you often find that when you scan certain injuries that you find other or older issues that you maybe didn't quite know about. So that was an instance for my injury a couple of weeks ago. There was some old lower level injuries that just took a little bit further time to diagnose what was actually going on. So it was a little bit frustrating, made me a little bit nervous, but we got to the end of it, and there's a really clear picture. I'm optimistic. I've said that to you, Robbo, in the past, but I really am. 6 to 8 weeks gives me an opportunity to strip things right back, concentrate on a few things outside of my football, and attack the last few games of the year.
When you kicked the mouthguard away, Tom, so I've seen your whole career. I was there when you were playing your under-18s. I've seen it all. When you kicked the mouthguard away, I had that dreaded moment thinking, oh, did I just see Tom Hawkins for the last time? What was going through your mind?
Yeah, so did my little niece Poppy. I've been asked the question on why I threw my mouth guard, which wasn't that easy to answer to a 4-year-old. But look, I suppose at the time I didn't really know. I was in a bit of pain. I'd had issues 12 months before with my left foot. I'm 35, and the end is certainly a lot closer than it is the beginning. So anytime I think you injure yourself, at the stage I'm in my career, I think you tend to get a little bit worried. But I think once I had my diagnosis, as I said, like my mindset shifted from what has happened to what I can do to be able to get myself back out there, because I still think I've got a role to play in our quest for success this year.
Please don't think this is disrespect, Tom, because you know what I think of you as a player, and you're an all-time Geelong champion. But you're 36. Have you made a decision about whether you want to continue playing next year, or is this it?
No, I haven't. I'm solely focused on what's ahead of me. Look, I have always having ongoing conversations, but that hasn't been one of them that we've discussed just yet. I'm sure there'll become a point in time where, along with the people I care about and the football club, will get together. But honestly, mate, it's about focusing on what's ahead and how I can help the team in my current state, but also help the team by getting myself back. So that's my sole focus. We will address that when we need to, but I haven't really given it too much consideration.
So Jack Riewoldt came into what ended up being his last year, Tom, fixed on the idea that this would be the last year, and then rode the bumps of it, thinking maybe not, mate. But that idea at the start, did you come into this year with a fixed idea as to whether this was likely the end?
I think, in all due respect, the last couple of years, I've gone into each season thinking it's my last, and that's purely from my mindset point of view of trying to enjoy the moment, be in the moment, enjoy my environment, and considering how lucky I've been throughout my whole career. You can be one injury or one moment away from it just being taken away from you like that. So my mindset has been it's going to be my last year, and then eventually as the season goes on, we have conversations and work through how I'm feeling and work out how the team's going and where the list is situated. Then we come to an agreement. Now, I'm mentally, I love the game. I'm still prepared to do everything I possibly can this year and beyond. But that's something that we will address as the year unfolds and as I have a little bit more clarity on how I'm tracking injury-wise.
Harry, I think you're a game about 37 and you're listening to a guy who's about game 360. What goes through your head when you're listening to a champion of the game, Tom Hawkins, speak?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, he is a champion, and it is crazy to think he's played like 359 games. I think it's set up there, so it's a long time away, far away from where I'll get to at the moment. But so it's a lot further down the track. But hopefully I'll be able to have a career anywhere close to that. Multiple premierships, obviously kicked hundreds of goals, and true champion of the game. So it is inspirational, and hopefully I don't have to be thinking about retirement just yet.
No, not for a while yet. You're such a level-headed young fellow, Harry. We experienced that the first time you sat with us last year. So what's getting through to you at the moment? David King says you're the most exciting young talent to walk into North Melbourne since Wayne Carey. People are seriously considering your season for All-Australian status in year 2. Your numbers are being put side by side with Nick Dacos, who we've drooled over in his early stages, and they're virtually identical. What's getting through to you as to how you're being admired and looked at from the outside?
Yeah, I see bits and pieces of it, and you can't really shy away from that. But to be honest, I'm just focusing on my process and what I can control and not getting caught up in it. I'm really big and have a really good support network around me to stay level and stay grounded, which has always been a big focus of mine. And yeah, at the moment I'm just learning each week. I'm still learning my midfield role, my forward role, and trying to get better at that. And I guess the rest takes care of itself. But it is always nice to get that recognition and try not let it get to my head too much.
It's hard to talk about yourself, Harry. We know that. So I want you to talk about Colby McIntyre. He's played 10 games of football. He had 37 in his 10th game, and his 3 previous were 32, 30 and 30. How
he's a star,
what's
Colby.
he ceiling?
Oh, he's got a very high ceiling. He's a great talent, along with a lot of other young players at our club, fortunately. So I think we're building something really special. But I think we saw on the weekend what Colby's going to be doing for a long time for our club, hopefully. And he's got some serious speed, got great foot skills. And what we're really happy with on the weekend, he had some really good defensive efforts that helped stop goals and big moments. And he stood up in the last quarter and really took control with the ball in hand and trusted with all the kick-outs. And he's doing an incredible job, and he's a great kid. So we're very lucky to have him.
I was speaking to a North Melbourne person about 12 weeks ago, and I was going to write a column saying that Harry Sheasel should be the next captain of North Melbourne. And Dennis bloody Pagan said it in an interview with John Anderson in the Sunday paper. So I didn't write it. Clearly you heard that comment, and listening to you speak, you sound like you've got leadership written all over you. Have you aspirations to be the captain of the North Melbourne Football Club?
I haven't thought about it too in depth, to be honest. It would be an incredible honour later down the track, I'm sure, and something I am interested in, but I'm still learning so much in that space. I was fortunate enough to be voted into the leadership group this year, and I think my leadership is growing each and every day at the club, and the leaders at our club are incredible. So I don't think it's fair to ever say that I could do their role as soon as next year. There's no way I could do that. I'm still learning from them, and Luke and Jai are incredible leaders of our club, and they're mentors for me. And maybe later down the track that might be something that I look to, but at the moment I'm just trying to learn as much as I can about leadership and help us develop as a group.
What about kids these days, Tom? How good's Harry?
Oh, I'm glad you threw it to me, Jerry, because I'm just sitting back in awe of listening to him. Obviously, his feats on field are incredible and have been in the journey so far. But just how impressive, you speak and articulate yourself and how well measured you are. It's incredible. It reminds me of looking back to 15, 16, 17 years ago when I was your age, and how I would have been in the similar position. I'm not sure I could have held myself as well. So, it's impressive.
Thanks,
not only to watch you on field but off field.
Lovely, lovely. Tom, thanks for being with us tonight. Heal well. We'll touch base in a few weeks.
Look forward to it.
And
Fair,
Harry,
Tommy.
we really appreciate you stepping in, and it is authentic, Robert. Did you see the waiter walk in behind?
Yes.
You weren't on camera, but he got the bottle of red and walked out. Harry, we'll let you get back to the guests. Good man.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Terrific. Harry Sheasel and Tom Hawkins with us on Players Night.